Hi there, Vee Gang! It's your girl Vee and welcome back to yet another episode on Sunday Special. If this is your first time coming through to my channel, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming through. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're a regular savvy, welcome back. As you know, every single Sunday we have our very special Sunday Special, and on this episode we continue with our talk from last week. We were talking about low self-esteem, self-confidence, and inferiority complex. And without further ado, let's get started. Subscribe! In this day and age, there's so much influence and so much talk about community and how the community can help and assist with so many things. So my question to you, Chiedza and Audrey, is what do you think the community can do to help and identify people with low self-esteem and inferiority complex?
You know what? I'm not sure what we're defining as a community, but I would say all of us are a community, a global community. I don't think we have a duty to identify people with low self-esteem. I think it'd be kind of offensive to be like, yo, you got self-esteem issues, girl. Like, do you need some help? So I don't think we have a duty to identify, but rather I think that we have a duty to ensure that this is a problem, to be aware that this is an issue, and then take steps to ensure that we are not perpetuating the problem. So ensuring that you are not bullying people on social media, not body shaming people on social media, you are being kind to other people, etc. You're not bringing other people down. So that is a duty that I think we have as a community to ensure that people have healthy self-esteem.
I think starting with the fact that, identifying is something that's prioritized is important in the community, but also, acknowledging that everyone's journey is at a different place is good, because I guess the tools that one would need to work with differ depending on where one is on their journey. So you can't use the same tools for someone who's already, really confident and has a great and healthy self-esteem, as opposed to someone who is struggling in that area that would require a more nuanced way of navigating, as well as knowing that each person differs. So what works for one person will not be the same for someone else. So I think it's important to be open-minded, to also extend a lot of compassion in how we relate with people and the words that we use, because when it comes to self-esteem, a big thing is the words that we use and how those impact people. So from a young age to when you're grown, these things stay with people and can actually have a great impact on how a person views themselves, values themselves. So I think as a society, we really need to be mindful.
Maybe there's someone who's watching right now who's saying, thank you so much, Fungai, for bringing up this topic. I've heard what everyone has said about low self-esteem, low self-confidence, inferiority complex, and I'm so grateful. But something is still missing. So my question to you, Eman, Brandon, Yasha, and Chiedza is, what would you say to someone who's battling with inferiority complex and low self-esteem?
I would suggest to someone with low self-esteem is what the documentary also suggests is, people who we get inspired by, people who we watch in movies or in series or programs, and we look at them and we're like, wow, this person is a hero. I mean, you're a hero too, because they have their set of struggles. They go through them, they conquer them, they fight challenging situations, they fight and overcome their fears. And the first time that you're scared to do something, because there can be tons of reasons as to why. Maybe fear of people, what they're gonna say, what they're gonna think, maybe someone's gonna laugh at you. You do it the first time, bam, you might fall. But again, that's the thing, when hope comes in, where the term don't give up comes in. So these two terms, hope and don't give up, is where that comes in. Picture of everything: acceptance, acknowledgement, and hope. Do not give up. I mean, these terms are there for a reason. So I would say don't be so hard on yourself.
I will start by saying that I'm here to listen. That it's okay to have bad days. It's okay if you're not feeling your best. It's okay if you just want to stay in bed. That it's okay when it feels like things aren't going right, or that they aren't going the way you expected them to go. But don't give up. Keep going, keep trying, keep pushing. You never know where your life could be within the next 6 months. Never know where your life could be within the next year. And just because today might not be a good day, or just because today might be a bad day, it doesn't mean that tomorrow won't be a little better. So just don't give up.
My top advice for this is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Usually when people battle with inferiority complexes, it's because they're looking at other people and then they're looking at themselves and they're comparing themselves to those other people. So I would advise you to completely forget about the people around you. You are in your own lane. If you are in your own lane, there's absolutely no traffic in your lane, and therefore you have absolutely nothing to worry about. The more you constantly look at other people, the more you compare yourself to them, and the more likely you are to develop an inferiority complex. You're basically looking at them as a standard and using that to measure, to gauge your progress. And along those lines, I would advise people to not let social media be a sort of gauge as to where you are in life, or to get influenced basically by what other people are doing on social media. I know this is very difficult, and all of us struggle with this because we're constantly on social media. We're constantly seeing other people and their lifestyles, and then we look at ourselves and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm nowhere. But that is literally the worst enemy of progress. Do not let social media get to you. I would advise people to limit their time on social media. Actually,
I would say this to someone who is battling with a low self-esteem, that number one, girl or boy, there is no one who will ever look like you, who will ever be you. I want you to own it. Own the uniqueness that you bring to this world, the gift that you are to this world. I want you to know that you are enough, and I want you to tap into that, knowing that you are enough and that the world needs the talent and the uniqueness that you bring by just being you. So just fully embrace it, flaws and all. You are enough.
Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. They were truly inspiring. Now we want to hear from Nyasha, Brandon, Eman, and Audrey. What lessons they have learned throughout their whole journey of growing and boosting their low self-esteem and dealing with inferiority complex.
so the first thing that I've learned is that nobody is perfect. So there's absolutely no point in getting consumed in what other people are doing, in looking at other people and comparing yourself to them, because yes, people may be doing the things, people may be super inspiring out there, etc., but they're not perfect, and therefore you should never ever look at their life and think that they're perfect and therefore try to live up to that, because they're not perfect. Just like you're human, and being kind to yourself is really, really important. And lastly, I've also learned not to settle for things that don't make me happy. Just because something is convenient or ideal for you in that moment in your life does not mean that you should settle for it. If it doesn't make you happy, it's okay. It's absolutely fine to leave whatever situation it is.
Well, I have learned not to give up. Well, so far in my 25 years of my life, I've learned that you should never give up. You shouldn't. Life goes on. You gotta keep moving forward. definitely light. There is light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. It is so true. You know, I've had my, I mean, like everyone has their share of struggle and rough patches in life, and low self-esteem, self-blame, self-doubt, you know, inferiority complex, you're insecure. I mean, all these things, you know, are a part of your life. They make you who you are. They help you grow and become a better version of yourself. I mean, I've always believed either you can come out really good out of a situation, a bad situation, or you can just become worse. So why go for, you know, the other option? I mean, you know, encourage yourself. I mean, people who are legends today, people who have made a mark in the world today, if you look at their history, if you look at their life stories, you know, the stories of their life, you know, you'd see that it was a struggle. It wasn't easy. There were a lot of people who were bringing them down, mocking them, doing whatnot, saying whatnot, but they kept going, they kept moving forward, and that's how it is. You need to know that at the end of the day, you got yourself. You are your own hero at the end of the day, and associate yourself with positive people. Even if it's just one positive person in your life, believe me, you're good to go. So watch things that make you happy, do things that make you happy, enjoy your time with yourself, learn how to not be dependent on other people for your happiness or for your sense of independency, for your sense of success. You got yourself, you keep moving forward, and God is gonna help you no matter what. And that's what I learned from my journey and my personal experiences. I hope you guys liked the video, and once again, thank you to my girl One Guy for allowing me to be a part of this video. Lots of love, and ciao.
Be patient. I'll put that as number one. You never know. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen the next day. It might not happen within a week. But like I say, you never know where your life could be in 6 months. You never know where your life could be in a year. So be patient. Secondly, life still has so much to offer. You're going to find so many opportunities that are going to allow you to meet so many people who in turn are going to become close friends and many family. And you're still going to learn so many lessons from these life experiences. So keep putting yourself out there. Keep pushing yourself forward. And keep believing that each and every day could be the day where all the work that you've put in, where all the hard work you've invested will finally become and mean something. And finally, be resilient, be determined. You know, I feel that I'm quite an optimist. I can be realistic about life, but I tend to fall more on the optimistic side of things. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep pushing, keep trying. Because, like I believe, you never know where your life could be in the next coming weeks, in the next coming months, and in the next coming years. So yeah, I feel that's what I've learned on my own personal journey.
The biggest lesson is that it's dynamic, it's ever changing, and you know, depending on where you are on the spectrum, be it, you know, you have a healthy or unhealthy relationship with respect to your self-esteem, just acknowledging that this is something that you continually have to work on is important. And it being a journey means that sometimes the road is wide, it's a great road, you can easily navigate, no bumps, no turns. But in other instances, the road can be narrower and it's got all the twists and turns, it's meandering, there might even be potholes there. But I guess having that at the back of your mind to know that that is something that can exist in your journey.
I am truly grateful to Chiedza, Audrey, Nyasha, Brandon, and Eman for taking their time out to be with us today. I have learned a lot of things from you guys, and I'm sure Vee Gang, you have learned a lot from them too. I mean, if you are leaving this video and you haven't learned anything, it must be very questionable as to what exactly is going on. But thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I will link Nyasha's YouTube channel down below so that you guys can go and check it out. She has amazing content. I'll also link down the Instagram handles for all the people who are on the panel today. I am truly, truly grateful. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Thank you so much for being a part of this video, this series. This has been an important conversation within our society that we needed to talk about, and thank you so much for taking out the time to sit down with us and share with us your wisdom. Now we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in my next upload. God bless you.